Hey guys, it's Ross Scott and on Space Couch today we're joined by Luke Skywalker because we're going to have our in-depth look at this Star Wars Volume 7, The Ashes of Jedha. Nice one of Luke there with his lightsaber on the planet. You see the Jedi statue behind him, and there is the back, Princess Leia with some stormtroopers. So let's see what it says. The reveal of the Death Star changed everything, but the destruction of the superweapon proved that the Empire is not invulnerable. The spectre of the devastating weapon brought together a patchwork cloth of people united in hope. And now these rebels continue to fight for a better tomorrow for a galaxy far, far away. Jedha was left in ruins when the Death Star annihilated the Holy City. Now, as Queen Trios's forces move in to strip what's left, the rebels struggle to preserve the planet for its survivors. With the Leviathan looming, Luke Skywalker is torn between his allegiance to the rebellion and pursuing the path of the Jedi. So who will lead the charge against the Empire? The echoes of Rogue One continue to be heard in an all-new adventure written by Kieran Gillen from Darth Vader and Dr. Aphra, and I believe this was the first of his Star Wars arc. So he also did the Wonder Woman, I believe, or was that Greg Rucka? I'm not sure. So there's that picture again. Here is the opening crawl, The Ashes of Jedha. It is a period of high tension in the galaxy. Rebellion leaders Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker, joined by smugglers Han Solo and Sana Starros, are leading the mission to find a new base for their operation. Meanwhile, the Galactic Empire has returned to Jedha in an attempt to collect the remaining kyber crystals that survived the Death Star's attack. So here we see some of the partisans on Jedha fighting against the Empire. You see this ship, and you see it here as well. It is a modified version, I guess, of the Hoth Snowspeeder. That grill's very recognisable. So they're in trouble when look who turns up, Luke Skywalker riding one of those camel things. Here is more of that. You see Princess Leia there. Nice one here of one of the pilgrims. So Imperials, you see that ship is firing on this position. Boom. It looks like that's Han is distracting them so they can make their way to the Falcon. And you can see the atmosphere on Jedha. It's terrible. It's had a giant chunk ripped out of it. So they're trying to find the Falcon. And there is the Falcon. They're running towards it. So we're not going to make it. See, it's running towards the ramp, but the Falcon's already moving. But they do. I guess Luke's using the Force. And you see the Falcon escaping there. Now, it's heading off. And it is now on Jedha. And that is the planet around which the moon of Jedha orbits. See, all these crystals, these won't be kyber crystals, or the Empire would have had them long ago. So, what do you want to do with the partisans? Because they've met up with the partisans. It's delicate, Ubin. Let's step inside and talk. And 3PO saying, it's terrible, never-ending rain of rocks on this planet. And the thought of what all that dust could be doing to my circuitry. Really, R2? Well, let's see what you feel like when your capacitors have shorted out. Yes, I know we have to feed the beast, despite it not being in my programming at all. Luke here is saying, I know I've been here for weeks and I thought I would get used to it. That's still the worst thing I've ever seen. The remains of Jedha, the massive hole that's been ripped out of it. So we shall pause it there and continue in the next part.